Ever wondered how mushrooms go from invisible spores to neatly packed trays in your grocery store without ever touching soil or sunlight? Behind every bite lies a global industry powered by science, precision, and non-stop innovation. Welcome to the world of mega mushroom farms, high-tech indoor ecosystems that grow thousands of tons of mushrooms year-round. These aren't your average farms. They use automated climate systems, custom compost, and 24/7 operations to meet global demand. So how do they keep mushrooms growing at lightning speed while staying fresh for miles? Let's uncover the secrets behind this fast-moving fungi-powered empire. Ready to dive in? Stick around. This is mushroom farming like you've never seen before. Please subscribe to our channel for the latest updates. The foundation of successful mushroom cultivation lies in the substrate, a meticulously formulated blend that serves as the primary nutrient source for mushrooms. Unlike traditional crops, mushrooms do not grow in soil, but flourish on a composted mix of organic materials. Common components include wheat straw, 60 to 70%, poultry or horse manure, 28 to 34%, and gypsum, 2 to 4.5%. This mixture undergoes a two-phase composting process. In phase 1, lasting around 3 to 6 days, the substrate is actively composted, reaching internal temperatures of up to 80 degrees Celsius, 176 degrees Fahrenheit, due to intense microbial activity. In phase 2, the compost is pasteurized, typically held at 60 degrees Celsius, 140 degrees Fahrenheit, for several hours to eliminate pests and harmful organisms. After this stage, the substrate is cooled and transferred into growing beds, ready for inoculation. Precision is critical if the moisture, temperature, or sanitation levels are off by even a small margin. The mushrooms may fail to grow or yield poorly. That's why every top-tier mushroom farm treats this step as a science. Once the substrate is ready, it's time to add the spawn, the mushroom equivalent of seeds. Spawn is typically made from sterilized grain that's been colonized with mushroom mycelium. Workers mix the spawn into the substrate by hand or with automated machines to ensure even distribution. This process is known as inoculation. Once mixed, the beds are sealed in special rooms where the temperature, humidity, and CO2 levels are closely controlled. Over the next 14 to 21 days, the mycelium spreads through the substrate like a white web, digesting and absorbing nutrients. This colonization period is delicate, and any changes in the environment can ruin an entire batch. Constant monitoring and fine-tuning are the key to success. Mushrooms are incredibly picky about their environment. That's why mega farms rely on high-tech climate control systems. Each growing room is equipped with temperature sensors, humidity controls, and CO2 regulators. Mushrooms prefer cool, moist air, typically between 55 degrees Fahrenheit and 65 degrees Fahrenheit, with humidity levels of 85% to 95%. Even minor changes can affect yield, shape, or speed of growth. Ventilation systems pump in fresh, filtered air to prevent mold and bacteria. Lighting is kept minimal since mushrooms don't need sunlight. Everything from fan speed to misting cycles is automated and adjusted daily. This precise climate control allows farms to produce mushrooms year-round, regardless of outside weather, making indoor farming the perfect solution for global supply. Once the mycelium has fully colonized the substrate, farmers shift the growing environment to trigger the fruiting stage, when mushrooms start forming. This is done by lowering temperatures, increasing fresh air, and adjusting humidity. These changes signal to the fungus that it's time to reproduce. Small mushroom pins begin emerging from the surface. Within just a few days, these pins rapidly grow into full-size mushrooms. Timing is critical. Farmers must create the perfect mix of environmental stress and comfort. If conditions aren't just right, the mushrooms won't fruit properly, or they may become misshapen. It's a game of balance, requiring experience, science, and precise control to produce consistent, high-quality crops. When it's time to harvest, everything happens fast. Mushrooms grow quickly, some doubling in size overnight, so timing is everything. Workers harvest by hand, using a twisting motion to pluck each mushroom at its peak. This ensures freshness, optimal texture, and minimal damage to the substrate. Some mega farms use conveyor belts to transport harvested mushrooms directly from beds to packing stations. Since mushrooms don't continue to ripen after being picked, they must be handled with extreme care. Workers often harvest in shifts around the clock to keep up with rapid growth. In a single day, large facilities can pick tens of thousands of pounds. Speed, skill, and coordination keep the system running like clockwork. Right after harvest, mushrooms are sent to grading and sorting stations. Here, they're visually inspected for size, shape, color, and firmness. Automated systems help sort them into different quality grades. Button mushrooms, portobellos, and cremonis each have their specifications. Once sorted, they're packed into containers, usually breathable cardboard or plastic packaging, to keep them fresh. Cold air is blown over the mushrooms immediately to stop any residual growth and preserve texture. Packing lines operate at high speed, filling and sealing containers in just seconds. Labels are printed and attached with precise traceability codes, allowing retailers to track every mushroom back to its source. It's a clean, fast, and highly organized operation. To maintain the freshness and quality of mushrooms from farm to shelf, a meticulously managed cold chain is essential. Immediately after packaging, mushrooms are loaded into refrigerated trucks that maintain temperatures between 34 degrees Fahrenheit and 38 degrees Fahrenheit. This temperature range prevents spoilage and discoloration, as mushrooms are highly sensitive to fluctuations. Any break in the cold chain can lead to rapid deterioration. GPS tracking and real-time temperature monitoring ensure continuous visibility, allowing for immediate alerts if temperatures deviate. These technologies are vital, especially for long-distance shipments that travel hundreds or even thousands of miles. By maintaining the cold chain, producers preserve freshness, safety, and shelf life, ensuring high-quality mushrooms reach consumers. Mega mushroom farms generate a lot of waste, but they're also leaders in sustainable farming. After a crop is harvested, the used substrate, known as spent mushroom compost, is removed and recycled. This material is rich in nutrients and often sold as organic fertilizer for gardens and farms. Water used in humidifiers and misting systems is often recycled through filtration systems to reduce waste. Many farms also use renewable energy, such as solar panels or biomass, to power their operations. These sustainable practices not only reduce environmental impact, but also save money and increase efficiency. Mushroom farming is considered one of the most eco-friendly forms of commercial agriculture in the world. Unlike seasonal crops, mushrooms are grown year-round. This is possible because they're cultivated entirely indoors under controlled conditions. Most mega farms operate on continuous cycles, with rooms staggered so that some are always in the harvesting phase while others are preparing for the next crop. A single facility can grow multiple mushroom varieties in parallel, from common white buttons to exotic shiitakes and oysters. Each variety has its own timeline and environmental needs, but automation allows farmers to adjust room settings with the push of a button. This constant, cycle-based farming model ensures a steady supply to meet global demand, even during off-seasons or extreme weather conditions. With mushroom demand soaring worldwide, mega farms have become major exporters, especially to Asia, Europe, and North America. Countries like the Netherlands, China, and the US lead the market. The Netherlands alone exported over 300,000 metric tons in 2022. To preserve freshness, mushrooms are packed in insulated containers and shipped quickly, often by air freight. Export-grade mushrooms meet strict quality standards, including organic and GMO-free certifications from bodies like QAI. Logistics involve temperature-controlled transport, customs clearance, and tight scheduling. Thanks to automation and efficiency, these farms can export tens of tons daily, keeping up with rising global demand and ensuring year-round availability. Behind every mushroom is a world of science, precision, and 24/7 innovation. Grown without soil or sunlight, these fungi are cultivated in climate-controlled rooms, harvested at lightning speed, and shipped through a refrigerated cold chain to stay fresh. It's a billion-dollar industry, feeding millions with one of the most efficient food systems on Earth. Next time you cook mushrooms, remember the high-tech journey behind each bite. Liked what you saw? Subscribe, like, and comment below to stay updated with more amazing food production stories.